Have you ever thought that a simple 5-cent coin could make you rich beyond imagination? Well, get ready, because in this video, we're uncovering the most valuable Jefferson nickels ever discovered, coins that ordinary people once used for coffee or candy, now worth thousands, even millions of dollars. These aren't just old nickels, they're hidden treasures of American history. Some were minted with incredible errors that slipped past the U.S. Mint. Others were produced in such limited numbers that only a handful exist today. Collectors around the world are willing to pay insane prices just to own one of these legendary nickels. From rare wartime silver nickels to special proofs and no mint mark varieties, every coin we'll talk about today tells a story of rarity, mystery, and unbelievable value. So before you check your pocket change or your old coin jar, watch till the end, because you might be sitting on a Jefferson nickel worth a life-changing fortune. Now, let's talk about the first coin on our list, the 1939 Jefferson nickel with the doubled Monticello reverse. At first glance, this nickel looks just like any other from pocket change, but a closer look reveals one of the most fascinating and valuable minting errors in American coin history. On the reverse side, you'll notice something unusual. The words Monticello and 5 cents appear doubled, as if they have a shadow beneath them. This incredible doubling happened due to a misalignment in the die during minting, creating one of the boldest and most striking double die varieties of the Jefferson series. Collectors go absolutely crazy for this coin because it's not just rare, it's visually dramatic and historically significant. Finding one in circulation today is nearly impossible, and even circulated examples can be worth hundreds. But the real treasure lies in high-grade uncirculated coins, in pristine mint state, with sharp details and full steps on the Monticello building. This nickel has stunned the auction world, selling for over $30,000, and in some cases even touching $40,000 or more for flawless specimens. Every collector dreams of discovering one of these legendary pieces. So before you toss that 1939 nickel aside, take a closer look, because that tiny 5-cent coin in your drawer could secretly be worth a life-changing fortune. Now, let's move to the second coin on our list, the 1942 D. Over horizontal D Jefferson nickel, one of the most famous and dramatic mint mark errors in the entire series. At first glance, it might seem like an ordinary wartime nickel, but when you look closely at the mint mark just next to Monticello, you'll notice something extraordinary. A second, sideways D lying underneath the main mint mark. This happened when the mint worker accidentally punched the D sideways first, then corrected it with another D on top, creating a rare and visually stunning over mint mark variety. The 1942 D over horizontal D nickel is incredibly sought after by collectors because it captures a real human mistake from the minting process, a moment in history, preserved in metal. Since it was produced just before America switched to silver alloy nickels during World War II, this coin stands at the crossroads of two eras, making it even more special. Even well-circulated examples of this coin can sell for hundreds of dollars. But if you're lucky enough to find one in mint condition with full steps and clear doubling, the value can skyrocket. Some high-grade examples have sold for over $20,000, and they continue to rise as collectors compete for these rare varieties. So check your old nickels carefully. If that tiny D mint mark looks doubled or slightly tilted, you could be holding one of the rarest and most valuable Jefferson nickels ever minted. Now let's talk about the third coin on our list, the 1949 D over S Jefferson nickel, a legendary mint mark variety that continues to fascinate collectors around the world. This incredible coin was struck at the Denver Mint, but if you look closely at the mint mark, you'll notice something truly rare. Underneath the D, there's a faint S from the San Francisco Mint. This means the die originally meant for San Francisco was repunched with a Denver D over it, creating a dramatic D over S mint mark error that shouldn't have existed in the first place. This small but stunning detail turned an ordinary 5-cent coin into a prized piece of numismatic history. Only a limited number of these errors made it into circulation before the mistake was caught, which makes surviving examples extremely hard to find today. Most of the coins were used in everyday trade, and those that survived in high grade are now worth serious money, even in moderately circulated condition. The 1949 D over S nickel can fetch several $100s, but when found in uncirculated condition with sharp details and full steps, its value jumps dramatically. Some of the finest examples graded by PCGS and NGC have sold for over $10,000, proving just how valuable a tiny mint mark error can become. So, the next time you see a 1949 Jefferson nickel with a Denver mint mark, look very carefully, much because that faint S Hiding underneath could mean the difference between 5 cents and 5 figures. Now, let's move to the fourth coin on our list, the 1950 D Jefferson nickel, one of the most iconic and talked about coins in U.S. history. This particular nickel holds a very special place among collectors because it has the lowest mintage of all regular Jefferson nickels ever produced. Only about 2.6 million of these coins were struck at the Denver Mint, a shockingly small number compared to other years that produced tens or even hundreds of millions. When word spread about the low mintage, collectors across America rushed to save them straight from circulation. People lined up at banks, searching through rolls and bags just to grab a few before they disappeared. Because of this collecting frenzy, most of the 1950 D nickels were preserved in excellent condition. But finding one that's truly uncirculated, with crisp detail and full steps on Monticello, is still a major challenge. Over the decades, this coin has become a symbol of smart collecting. In the 1960s, it was one of the first modern coins to hit premium prices in the coin market. Even today, it remains highly desirable, especially among Jefferson nickel enthusiasts. Depending on its condition, this coin can range anywhere from $50 to over $1,000. But top-graded examples with full steps have sold for $15,000 to $20,000 at major auctions. So, if you come across a 1950 nickel with a tiny D mint mark on the reverse, don't spend it, because that little coin might be your ticket to an incredible collector's profit. Now let's talk about the fifth coin on our list, the 1964 Special Mint Set Jefferson nickel, one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in the entire Jefferson nickel series. This coin has puzzled collectors for decades because, officially, the U.S. Mint never released a special mint set in 1964. Yet, a small number of these coins somehow exist, with proof-like surfaces, sharp details, and satin finishes unlike any regular circulation strike. Experts believe these rare nickels were part of a secret test run at the Philadelphia Mint, possibly prepared for a special set that was never officially issued. Only a few examples ever made it into private hands, and their exact origin remains one of the greatest mysteries in modern U.S. coinage. Unlike regular 1964 nickels, these coins have an extraordinary strike. You can see every detail on Jefferson's hair and Monticello's steps with mirror-like precision. Because of their mysterious background and exceptional quality, the 1964 SMS Jefferson nickels are among the most sought-after coins by serious collectors. Even circulated or lightly handled examples are worth a fortune, but uncirculated, well-preserved coins are where the value skyrockets. In recent years, these rare nickels have shocked the coin world by selling for over $30,000, and the finest known example once fetched nearly $40,000 at auction. So, if you ever come across a 1964 nickel that looks unusually sharp, with a silky finish and crisp edges, don't ignore it, because you might be looking at one of the most mysterious and valuable nickels ever made in American history. Now let's move on to the sixth coin on our list, the 1971 Noah's-proof Jefferson nickel, one of the most sought-after error coins in the modern Jefferson series. Normally, proof coins from the San Francisco Mint carry a tiny S mint mark on the reverse, right beneath Monticello. But in rare cases, this mint mark was completely missing, creating what collectors call a no-S proof. These nickels were part of a minting error at the San Francisco Mint, where a few dies were struck without the proper S mint mark. Only a very small number escaped into circulation or collector hands, making them extremely rare and highly desirable. What makes this coin even more fascinating is its pristine proof-like finish. You'll notice a mirror-like background with frosted Jefferson and Monticello details, something that really makes the coin stand out under the light. Because of its rarity and the intrigue behind the missing mint mark, the 1971 No S proof Jefferson nickel has become a collector favorite. Even lightly handled examples can command thousands of dollars, while high-grade, flawless coins have sold for over $15,000, proving just how valuable a small mint mark error can be. So next time you see a 1971 proof nickel, check it carefully. A missing S could turn an ordinary coin into a collector's treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Now let's move on to the seventh coin on our list, the 1943p Silver War nickel, one of the rarest and most valuable Jefferson nickels ever minted. During World War II, nickel was a critical war material, so the U.S. Mint switched Jefferson nickels to a special alloy of 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese from 1942 to 1945. Most of these coins were clearly marked and easy to identify, but a tiny number of 1943 nickels were accidentally struck on regular copper nickel planchets intended for other years. This rare error created a coin that looks like a normal 1943 nickel but is extremely scarce. Only a handful are known to exist today. Collectors go absolutely wild for these coins because of their rarity, historical significance, and incredible story behind their creation. The 1943 Civil War nickel has been called a holy grail of Jefferson nickels. And it's no surprise, when one of these coins surfaces, it can fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars, with top examples approaching $1 million or more in private sales. The fascinating thing about this coin is that it's a true wartime anomaly. A small mistake during production turned an ordinary nickel into a once-in-a-lifetime collectible. So if you ever come across a 1943 Jefferson nickel, double-check it carefully. You might be holding one of the rarest nickels in American history, worth far more than its face value. And there you have it. Some of the most valuable Jefferson nickels ever minted. Coins that have amazed collectors and sold for thousands, even millions of dollars. From rare mintmark errors and doubled dies to mysterious proofs and wartime anomalies, each of these nickels tells a story of history, craftsmanship, and incredible rarity. If you're a coin collector, or even just someone who loves the thrill of discovering hidden treasures, keep a close eye on your pocket change. You never know when you might be holding a tiny 5-cent coin worth a fortune. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more amazing stories about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to FM Coins. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to discover the next hidden treasure in American coin history. Remember, each coin has its own story, and one of these nickels could be sitting in your drawer right now, waiting to be discovered.